Good morning, you guys. I am so excited today to come on this morning and give you your word for today. I hope you guys are being blessed by the broadcast and just blessed by, everything that I've been talking about concerning character and concerning leadership. I hope you guys are taking and noting everything down that I'm talking about so that you can become better, a better performer. That's what the goal is, to become better in your conduct, to become better in your performance, so that you can be promoted on your job, be promoted in ministry and in life, period. Build better relationships, strong and solid relationships. If we don't build strong and solid relationships, then ultimately it affects our ability to lead. And the only way to build those strong, solid relationships is through our performance, our character, our heart. It helps us to build and embrace one another and understand one another and understand that we all are flawed vessels. We all are flaws. And so I want to just say that I've been coming on and talk about character for a very long time. It has to be, oh my goodness, since 2012. I believe the ending of 2012, I probably started talking about character and leadership because I knew that I was called to lead. I knew that I was called as a leader to grow people up and to help to mature them so that they can get to the place in leadership they needed to be. So when I speak in reference of leadership, I always speak to everyone. I never tell people this isn't just for leadership, this is for everyone. No, it's for all leaders because everyone is a leader. So I want to make sure that every time I come on here, I say that because I don't know which podcast someone might listen to. So I always want to let you guys know, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your age is, no matter, what your status may be, you are a leader because you have to be responsible for leading yourself. You were born with the capacity to lead. You were born to lead whatever your place of rule is, whatever your gift you have that you have been given. You have to know how to lead it. Parents, you guys are leaders. I think that when it comes to parenting, a lot of times we fail in the area of parenting simply because we don't understand that we have to be better leaders. If you're a better leader, then you'll be a better parent. If you have better character as a leader, then you'll be a better parent. And so when you think about managers and supervisors and employees, one of the things that I believe that really helped me to grow and be promoted multiple times on my job was simply because I had really good morals and ethics, and I had really good leadership qualities and components that I had adapted to throughout the years of me growing because I invested in myself. I always listen to authority. I always listen not just to people in positions of authority, but I also listen to people, period. Sometimes when we get connected to people, we think that this person may not have enough of what we need in order to carry us, but so what? They may not have enough of what you need, but they may have a little bit of what you need. Even if they can just give you one word of encouragement, they have added some form of value to you. As a matter of fact, when I think about the scripture and it says, listen, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over what God calls men to give into your bosom. It didn't say that the same people that you give to will be the ones giving back to you. He said, I cause men, multiple men to give unto you when you give. So it doesn't matter who you extend your services to, as long as when the masses come, you're appreciative when they come bringing to you the things that God wants to get to you. And so being in a leadership position and being grateful and appreciative of what you are and who you are and what your responsibility is and what you are required to pour into other people is very important. You have to appreciate yourself before you expect other people to appreciate you. You have to love yourself before you expect other people to love you. This is what being personally developed means. This is what it means to take a step back and develop yourself. It means that I'm going to develop myself so that I can love myself the way that myself needs to be loved. It says that I'm going to step back and appreciate and get to know me before I expect other people to get to know me. There was a time when I went to the movies by myself. There was a time when I went and I sat down and ate dinner by myself because I had to enjoy my own space and my own peace and my own time before I can allow someone else to come in and invade mine. And so that's what I want to encourage you guys with on today. I want you to encourage yourself. This is a season of encouraging yourself, not always assuming that it's somebody else's responsibility to take care of you. No, you have to make sure you're okay. You are no good to your leadership, whether it be in the ministry or whether it be in the marketplace. You are no good to anybody that you are submitted to when you don't take care of you. When you go to work with a nasty attitude, it does no good for the company and it does no good for yourself. When you go to work and you got an attitude with customers, it brings down the performance of that company. They begin to lose. People no one wants to come there and buy and sell in that place anymore because they've encountered someone with a negative attitude. As a matter of fact, when you think about reviews, the reason why people get bad reviews is because of someone decided to come to work with a bad and nasty attitude. And so when you work on you, when you love you, when you know how to find a balance, not just in who you are as a person and your character weaknesses and your character strength, when you learn how to find the balance in that and find the balance in your life, things will ultimately become much better. They will ultimately become much better. So this is a season of working on you, finding out who you are, loving you before you love anybody else, serving you before you're able to effectively serve in a position of leadership in ministry or even in the marketplace. You want to be promoted on your job? Well, how about you take a step back and work on your personal performance? Don't go back and get another trade. Go back and learn some personal development skills. Learn some more. Develop some standards. You don't understand what I'm saying? Get some values about yourself. Change your mindset. Because let me tell you, some people will get promoted into positions that they wasn't even qualified for because of their character, not because of their qualifications. And so sometimes you have to understand that if you want to be promoted in life, whether it be business-wise or whether it be in ministry, you're going to have to do something different. And that means creating good habits that's going to ultimately do what? Produce a better character. Produce a better behavior. And so today I want to come on and I want to continue to encourage you to look for the book, this character book, that when it comes out, it is going to bless you guys. It is going to help you guys get to the place that you need to be in. It is going to show you how to do a self-assessment, self-evaluation of yourself, who you are. Do a self-evaluation of who you are, guys. A self-evaluation of who you are. You have to know who you are. When you know who you are, can't nobody tell you who you are. When you know who you are, can't nobody rob you from being who you are. When you know who you are, can't nobody stop you from being who you are. Because who you are have been engrafted into who you are. It's been engrafted in you. Can't nobody, it's like tattoo. When you know who you are, when you get the confidence and the courage to walk out in your ability to be authentic, when you get that, it's like a tattoo. It can't be removed. It's a tattoo. You can't remove a tattoo unless you put something up over it. But you just can't remove the tattoo. No, all of the pain, all of the pressure that went into putting that tattoo on your arm is the same pain and pressure that you're going to have to, that will be applied as you're going through the process of learning out who you are, your experiences. Yes, they are going to be painful, but in the end, the outcome is going to be, I know who I am. I know who I am. And so this book will help you understand who you are. It will help you to develop better habits so that you can ultimately perform better. Perform better. That's the key. I want you guys to tell yourself every day, my performance is the key. I got to have a better performance. I have to have a better performance. That is the key. I got to perform better on my job. I got to perform better in my marriage. I got to perform better in my friendships. I got to perform better with my children. I got to perform better with my parents. I got to perform better in the circle of my friends. I have to perform better in ministry. I have to perform better everywhere I go, whether I'm getting on a bus and I'm encountering a rude person. I have to make sure that I perform better, because whatever my performance is that day, it will dictate what my character will be in the midst of to some people. One character flaw doesn't define your character as a whole. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna be off in a second. I want to leave you guys with your word for today. Your word is insubordination. Okay, insubordination is a character trait, and it falls under all three character stages. As I talked about before, there are three different categories that our flaws fall under, and it can be minor, it can be major, or it can be tragic. And so insubordination falls under one of those it falls under actually all three of those categories. It's just like pride. It actually starts off small, and when it's not kind of dealt with, it grows, it continues to grow, and it grows throughout your life, and so I want to read something to you guys. It's found in Titus, the first chapter, verse 10. It says, for there are many insubordinate, both idle talkers, deceivers, especially those of the circumcision. Now, I don't want to get into the circumcision and all of that stuff. I just want to hit on the insubordinate part where it says they're both idle talkers and deceivers. We're going to dive into idle talkers and deceivers, because as I stated before, one of my goals, my purpose that God has given me is to really break down some of these character flaws and character traits to help us do a process of elimination and getting out the things that needs to be up out of us. And so the spirit of insubordination is a person who operates in disobedience, misconduct, and a defiance of an authority figure. In other words, it's a person who's putting up some form of resistance to your team. I want you guys to really hear that. It is a person. Insubordination, okay, it's a person that's putting up some form of resistance to your team. And when you talk about being in a position of leadership and having a vision, the first thing you want to do is you want to find the right team that's going to help you build with. And sometimes you run into people who have the mentality of insubordination. Okay, when they have that mentality, they begin to resist not only the vision and what you're doing, but they start resisting the team. Okay, they resist the people that are a part of that team. They don't like the people that are a part of that team. They start resisting whatever plans that the team come up with. Oh no, I don't want to do that. That's their mindset. They start resisting everything. Insubordination on a job will get you fired. See, your job don't play, but when it comes to the church, anything is allowed. So you can come to church and operate in the spirit of insubordination and still be praised because you have an awesome gift. But when you're talking about insubordination on your job, baby, you're going to be looking for a whole nother job, because you come up in here with that attitude, you're going to be out of there. You're going to be out of that. But in the church, we got to be merciful. Yes, we do. But we got to be merciful, but we also have to be educators. That's where that teacher anointing comes in at. We need more teachers that are really going to educate people on what it means to operate in the right spirit, and not just come in with the right spirit. We need you to become the right spirit. That means whether you in the church or out of the church, you're actually operating in the right spirit, not being so judgmental of other people. You judging yourself first. You're searching within yourself first. You're telling God to create it within you a clean heart and renew within you a right spirit. You're asking God to search you to see if there be any wicked way within you, so that the things that have been rooted and grounded within you can then come to the surface, so that you can ultimately deal with them. Okay, so now let's talk about the idle talkers and the deceivers and what that means. Okay, the two components that a person that is insubordinate operate in is two: idle talkers and deceivers. I'm going to say that again. There are two components that a person who's insubordinate operate in, and that's idle talk and deceivers. Idle talkers are people who are inactive, sluggish, lazy, and it's evidence of an undisciplined lifestyle. So it means that idle talkers and